tilbage igen. Nå, måske lige der. Jeg skulle downloade den der menu der. Det her, det var menuen. Det er det menuen. Så gør det sådan her fremme her, for her. Der. Der går den her, så der. Det er den, vi skal downloade.
In this video, I will share a guide on how to install and use the menu mod in GTA. Here are all the potential locations where you can place it on the right. From here, select the first folder file and the third ASI file. These two files are very important to install, but you can also select the fourth TXT file. Drag these three files directly to the GTA 5 main folder. After that, close this and open the ASI loader file. Now open this folder and drag the DLL file to the main folder of your GTA 5 game. Finally, we will install scripthook V. Open the file and place it on the left. Now go to the bin folder. From here, you need to select the last file and the second.
Okay, det gør vi så ikke. Den her, det gør vi ikke. Tænk på at downloade den der. Eller hvad jeg skal tjekke. Så skriver den her menu. Det er fra Nexus. One is from Nexus. From Nexus mod. Den der from Nexus mod. Den her kan jeg ikke downloade. Så er det bare den her, så kopierer vi dem her. Bare direkte ind i. Gør det her. Der. Der var dem her. Der var den. Der var dem her, og så går vi lige herhen, og så trækker vi. Den er stolt. Så det er der er færdigt. Jeg skal bare lige gøre sådan her. Nu prøver vi lige den her. Epic Games. Open this. Så ruller vi lige op her. Trykker her. Ned igen. Så. Hvis I skal have den der menu, så skal I have Nexus. Og jeg bruger Nexus mod til mange ting. Til mange mods. Til mange spil. Jeg bruger også Nexus mod til, I kan se her, for hvad jeg overkommer. Her kan I se, hvad jeg bruger min Nexus mod til. Jeg bruger Nexus mod til Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2, I kan tage det nu. Det er i hvert fald det. som jeg vil gøre måske, det er, nu tjekker jeg lige om den virker. Skal jeg bare lige læse her på hvad keypointen er. Keypoint, det er det er F5. Keypointen det er F5. Så prøver vi Keypointen det er F5. Ja, selvfølgelig er det altid F5. Der er ikke nogen andre muligheder på F5. Der er ikke fra til det her spil. Nu når jeg kommer ind, så skal jeg lige load alle mine scripts. Load scripts. Jeg skriver scripts. Jeg load alle mine scripts. Ja, der var den. Det er simpelthen der. Ja! Min regel.
Attention all units, we've got a criminal resisting arrest on Del Perro Freeway.
Wait there! Kiflam. Great, thank you. Get a move on! You sick, fuck! You make me sick!
Jeg behøver ikke at lige lukke det. Hvem? Det er der står ikke Franklin. Megan. Okay. Så skal vi lige falsk ID. Fake ID. Alt det det ikke nogen særlig synes jeg vil give. Vi laver på den her. Fake ID. Noget med ID, ja. Stolen ID. Okay, det der fake ID and stolen ID. Jeg skal lige hurtigt lige tjekke på YouTube her. Jeg har glemt. Jeg har en lortegærne, mand. Er du helt vild, mand?
Tutorial. You'll find the link in the tablet system automatically for pedestrian viewed every click on violation based on what a pending court for that page down once. This will hand the site.
Den her, okay. Hvad?
Stop the patient to the now walk back to the driver automatically be generated for that particular person. After creating the ticket, now walk back to the driver and press left control plus page down.
Left control plus fade down.
Citizens report a 503 in La Mesa.
Stolen.
Citizens report a 211 at Strawberry 24/7 Market. Respond code 3. Citizens report a Grand Theft Auto in Pillbox Hill.
Wise ass. Let's take him down! Ah! LSPD! Enough!
Down.
Units reporting a suspect resisting arrest on Del Perro Freeway.
Are you serious? Let's go!
What?
LSPD! Get your hands up! Damn! Reloading! Down on the ground!
Puta marica!
Nein.
Can I have some money? It's for crack. Freeze! This is the police!
Attention all units, backup required in Mission Row. Units respond code 3.
Copy, dispatch. Victor 13 is in the area.
Stop right there! LSPD!
Assistance required in, Mission Row. All units, we have a 211 at Strawberry 24/7 Market. Respond code 3.
LSPD! Enough! LSPD! Get your hands up! Down on the ground! LSPD! Enough! You ready for this? Okay! My mistake! Move along! Twat!
See that? Hell!
LSPD! Get your hands up! Down on the ground!
Officers report a possible 148 in Pillbox Hill.
Nu når jeg alligevel er i gang, så kan jeg så godt lige skrive Open Ivy. Open Ivy to LSPDFR.
What's going on, guys? Criminal Justice here, and today we're back with another LSPDFR tutorial. Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to download and install OpenIV, and this is going to include installing all of your patch days. All right, so let's go ahead and let's click the link in the description below. It's going to bring you this page right here. This is going to be for OpenIV. You're going to click download right here, and it's going to start downloading. You're going to get this OVI set up. Once you get it, make sure you go to your downloads folder and pull it to your desktop. Now, you don't need to open up your main game directory or anything like that. Sorry, guys, if I'm a little winded. What we're going to need to do is you're going to see this OVI setup on your desktop, and what you're going to do is you're going to double click that, okay? And then we're going to click continue. You're going to accept the term, and then we're going to click continue.
Accept.
You're going to accept the terms of the agreement and then click continue. And then this is very important right here. Make sure that create desktop icon is ticked, but make sure that run OpenIV after installation is not ticked. Now, you cannot change the pathway where this is installed, so I hope that you have enough space to install it on your C drive. So go ahead and click continue. You're going to click yes. It's going to start installing. Yeah, I apologize, guys, that I'm winded. I have a lot of fluid in my body, so I get winded very easily. All right? So once you got that, you're going to click close. You're going to see this shortcut on your desktop. You're going to grab this shortcut. You're going to pull it down to your taskbar, and you're just going to drop it into here like this. Just like so. Once you got it in your taskbar, you can take the one on your desktop, and you can just throw it in here like this. And you can, I recommend keeping this OVI set up, putting it like in a folder somewhere. I've already got a copy of it, so I'm going to throw mine in my recycle bin. But I recommend you guys, you know, keep a copy of that somewhere. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we have to create our mods folder, and the only way to do that is to click on our OpenIV tab in our taskbar, like this. You're going to click Windows for Grand Theft Auto 5. Ooh, I'm winded. And then you want to, right here where it says Grand Theft Auto 5 location, you're going to click Browse. Okay? And you're going to locate your GTA5 folder. Not main directory, but I mean, yeah, your main directory, but your folder. So you're going to go to this PC. You're going to select the hard drive where you install GTA5. If you're on Steam, it's going to be Steam, Steam Apps Common, Grand Theft Auto 5. If you're on Epix, it's going to be the hard drive where you install GTA 5 and then Epic Games, and then click on your GTA 5 folder, and you'll see it here. You're going to click Select Folder, and if you got this in green, you did it right, okay? Click Continue. Click Continue. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm a little winded. All right. So once we get that, you're going to get this right here. Your OpenIV is going to open up. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little trick. If you want to be in edit mode all times where you don't have to click this on and off, go over here to Tools, go to Options, on and off. Go over here to Tools, go to Options, go to the General tab, and if you see this right here where it says Default Work Mode, and it says Read Only, change that from Read Only to Edit.
This. Read only to add.
Okay, so now every time you open up OpenIV, you will automatically be in edit mode. You ain't got to worry about, you know, turning it on. So click Close, and then click Edit Mode. Now, you should get this blue banner right here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to click ASI Manager. And if for some reason your ASI loader is not installed, go ahead and do it. It should be by default. But if not, go ahead and install it. And then you want the OpenIV.ASI, click Install. Make sure both boxes are checked. Like so. Click Yes. And then also install your Open Camera. All right. And then click Close. You will now notice here that you have a mods folder, okay? And that's what we want, all right? So go ahead and close out of your OpenIV and locate your main game directory. If you watched my first video, you should know where that is. If not, you need to watch my first video. All right, now in here, you're also going to notice that you now have a mods folder inside of your main game directory, okay? Now, for some reason you don't have a mods folder in here, Try click and refresh. If that doesn't work, then go down here to the side and right click, click new, click folder, and simply name it mods, all lowercase MODS. Now, if we open that mods folder, it's going to be empty, and that's okay, all right? Sorry, guys. That's okay for right now. We want to go back to the main game directory. The last part of your pathway should say GTA 5. All right, now in this pathway, you're going to highlight the update folder, and you're going to hold down your control key and highlight the Time 64 folder. You're going to right click and click copy. Then you're going to go back into the mods folder like this, okay? And then you're going to left click, right click, and click paste. This is going to paste your update and your Time 64 folder into your mods folder, and this gives you a backdoor into OpenIV. All right, as you guys can see, this is going to take a minute, so once it's done, I will bring you all back into the video. All right, ladies.
Now I have OpenIV. Jeg går så snart i seng, men efter jeg har installeret det her, og installeret plugin, så vil jeg slette det. Det er det her. I don't need that. Delete. I don't need that.
Jim, and so once
Det er jeg i morgen. Så laver jeg en video eller en live stream, og så viser jeg det hele. Men hvis jeg ikke gør det, så er det fordi der er problemer. Og så vil jeg gang til at lave en video og så sige det. Men hvis I gerne vil se mere af det her, så husk at like and subscribe og follow og skriv noget i kommentarerne, så vil det hjælpe mig. Så totalt. Og jeg snakker lavt, fordi min mor sover. Og jeg går også i seng om lidt. Jeg tager min natpille, jeg har ved siden af mig, så går jeg i seng. Men husk at like og subscribe. Det vil hjælpe mig rigtig meget. Og jeg kan lave flere af de her videoer. Men ja. Damn.
This is done copying over, which it shouldn't take too long. It took mine like 5 minutes. Here's what we're going to do. I do want to show you, before you guys cut out the videos, there's a few important pathways in OpenIV I'm going to show you to save, okay? And you're going to need these pathways, trust me, all right? So we're going to go back to our main game directory. We're going to close out of this. We're going to go back to our OpenIV and click on it. And you want Windows for Grand Theft Auto 5. And I'm going to show you a couple of pathways, very important pathways you're going to need to save, okay? The first pathway we're going to go to is going to be for our vehicles pathway. Now, everybody always asks me, what patch day I use my vehicles, and I use patch day 20. I've been using patch day 20 since the day I started modding LSPDFR, which was 8 years ago. All right, so we're going to use patch day 20. It still works for me to this very day, and it'll work for you. So here's what you want to do. In your OpenIV, again, as always, make sure that your edit mode is turned on. I showed you guys that little trick, but make sure your edit mode is on, okay? Another trick I want to show you real quick before we do that pathway is I want you to go to Tools, go to Options, and go over to Mods folder, and make sure that both of these boxes right here are checked, okay? Make sure they're both checked. Now, the reason that we're doing this is so that when you install OIV files in your OpenIV, you don't have that game folder highlighted. It's grayed out, so you can't accidentally click it. It's grayed out, and it's not an option to click. The only thing you can click is your mods folder, which is all you need to click. Because when doing this, you never install anything into the game folder. It always goes in your mods folder, okay? All right, guys, so the couple important pathways I want to show you is going to be this. You're going to go to the side tab here. You're going to click Mods. You're going to click Update. Then you're going to click Time 64, DLC Packs. You're going to Update. Then you're going to click Time 64,
Okay. DLC packs.
DLC Packs. You're going to scroll down. You'll notice that you have all of your DLC packs in here now, okay? So we're going to scroll down until we get to patch day 20. We're going to go double click on patch day 20. DLC.
20. Path day 20. Yeah.
DLC.rpf. Time
.rpf.
64 levels. GTA 5 and vehicles. RPF. Now this is where your vehicles are going to go. So like all your police vehicles, stuff like that, they're going to go here. Now here's what I recommend that you do. Once you're in this pathway, go to favorites up here.
Go to favorites. Yeah.
Click add to
Favorites. Add.
favorites, and just you can leave it at vehicles.rpf or name it whatever you want, and click add. Now every time you come to OpenIV, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to close the archives. like this. If I want to go directly to that pathway, I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles.rpf, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then click on pack default. That pathway, okay? Go to that pathway. I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles.rpf.
Pathway, vehicle RPF.
And it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then click on pack default. Okay? Click on ELS. And then click on pack.
ELS. Hang on. Favorites, vehicles.
Pack default. Right here is where your XML files are going to go for your police vehicles when you install your lights. You'll have to put your XML files in here for your lights to operate. Vehicles on pack default. Right to that pathway, okay? Click on E. I'm going to the archives. Like this. If I want to go directly to that pathway, I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles.rpf, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then click on pack default. Right here is where your XML files are going to vehicles.rpf, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then click on pack. It takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS. Vehicles to RPF, and it takes me right to that. I want to go directly to that pathway. I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles to RPF, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then
EOS. EOS.
click on, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS.
EOS. No, oh yeah. EOS.
And then click on pack default. Right here is where your XML files are going to go for your police vehicles. When you install your lights, you'll have to put your XML files in here for your lights to operate properly. Again, go to favorites, click add to favorites, name this whatever you want, and click properly. Again, lights, directly talk to PF up here, and like now every time you come to OpenIV, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to close the archives like this. If I want to go directly to that pathway, I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles to RPF, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, vehicles to RPF, like this. If I want to go directly to that pathway, I'm going to go to my favorites and click that vehicles to RPF, and it takes me right to that pathway, okay? Click on ELS, and then click on pack default. Right here is where your XML files are going to go for your police vehicles. When you install your lights, you'll have to put your XML files in here for your lights to operate properly. Again, go to favorites, click add to favorites, name this whatever you want, and click add. All right, that's the two important pathways I really wanted to show you guys. That's pretty much it. Once you're done, you can click file and click close our archives and close out of this. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show you that because the next set of plugins we're going to be installing, I think we'll be installing Grammar Police next. And close out of this. That's pretty much it. Once you're done, you can click file and click close our archives because that's pretty much it. Once you're
No. Det der...
Once you're done, you can click file.
No. I need to find this one. And then nej, det skal jeg ikke. Hvor der lige en hele mig ned. Åbn den der. Bum. Og så lige bum. Gå tilbage til den her. Der. Så kan jeg lige lave mine skins.
We are going to be installing the LSPD Serve and Rescue pack, and also
Der, og så bare lige en gang til.
So we are going to be installing the LSPD Mega Pack overhaul, which basically changes the crusty LAPD uniforms to these pretty cool black and white looking uniforms. So this is currently what I rock in my game. It's a very popular overhaul for EUP. I really do suggest using it though. It is pretty cool. So this is what we're going to be installing today. So the first thing we're going to do is download all of these. So let's just go ahead and start with EUP menu. I'm going to download this file, agree and download. And again, I have the list as downloaded. We're going to go ahead and go to the Law and Order pack, download this file. So what this does is basically add in all of the law enforcement uniforms. We're going to go ahead and hit the
Need to go to one and alright, so okay, now I know where it is, so only those. So den her igen. Den her. Den her. Der. Ja, og så den her.
OIV download, not the LML. We want the OIV. Let's go ahead and download that and then let that go for 3 seconds or so. Moving on, we have the Serve and Rescue. We're going to go ahead and download this file. This is all of the fire department EMS uniforms if you guys do want to RP as them. Again, we're going to go with the OIV, not the LML. And you are going to need OpenIV, but if you guys are this far into modding, you should have it already. And then the last thing is the Mega Pack. So we're going to go ahead and just download this file. We're going to do the latest one, which is May 28th.
May 28th is, that is here. That is not this one. May 28th, sure. YouTube, og så lige den next. Den her. Eller hvad? Den her, men det der, this menu, and efter det, så den her. Jeg tror, jeg skal...
2022, and we're gonna wait for these to be all finished, and then we'll get to the installing portion. Alrighty guys, I have all my downloads right here. We're gonna go ahead and install the EUP menu first, and we're going to go into files and install the EUP menu first.
Okay. Det ved jeg ikke. Jeg lader den bare være der.
And we're going to go into files, and we're going to need these two things right here. But the first thing we're going to do is open up our GTA 5 directory, and we're going to go into the plugins
The plugins
folder. So plugins there. And what we're going to do is just drag and drop the EUP menu.dll into the
Oh my god. Fucking menu. Boom.
plugins folder. So right there. And I'm going to replace mine because I'm just going to do it along with you guys as well. If you do not have an EUP folder, do not worry. That pops up after you've created characters in LSPDFR. So we're going to go back a page in the download. Now, if you don't have a Rage Native UI, I suggest dragging this in, although this may be an older version, which it is a 2021 version. Always double check your Rage Native. So just scroll on down in the main directory. I think I passed it. It is right there. Yeah, mine is 2024, 4/2/2024, and this one is 8/1/2021. If you already have it, just leave it in, and you are pretty much complete with installing the menu. So the next thing we're going to do is head into OpenIV, and we're going to drag and drop in the OIV files for the Law and Order.
OpenIV.
And the Search and Rescue. So we can actually exit out of this. So we have our OpenIV right there. We're going to go.
It's time to download this.
Go ahead and click Edit Mode. And we're going to drag and drop in the Law and Order first. We're going to just grab that, drag right into the just blank space. Let that go. You could read this if you want. We're just gonna go ahead and install to the mods folder. Install. All right, once it's finished, just hit close and then go back into your downloads, and you're gonna want to drag in this EUP Search and Rescue. Now, if you see this red circle dot, it's not letting you drag in. Typically for me, I just had to click back into OpenIV, like just click this blank area and then go back over drag and drop, and it should let you. And then you could read all this if you want again. I'm just gonna hit install and let this finish in the mods folder. So once this is finished, just go ahead and close. And now we are going to install the LSPD Mega Pack. So
LSPDFR LSPDFR Mega Pack.
literally right now we are done installing EUP. You guys have all of the default clothings installed. You can bring up the menu, but I'll show you guys how to do all that once we get in game. So we're gonna open up the LSPD Mega Pack for EUP 9.4, 9.5. Just double click on that folder. You do have an install text file. They show you how to do it. Literally just goes into the EUP components.rpf and p.rpf, and I'll show you guys exactly where those are. Very easy to find. First thing we're gonna do in here is go to the files folder.
Okay. Files folder.
We're gonna go to the drag and drop, and then you have these two right here. Just leave these as is. What we're gonna do is go to mods.
Okay. Mods.
Update.
Update.
X64.
X64.
DLC packs.
DLC packs.
EUP. DLC.rp. X64. DLC pack. Mods. Update. X64. DLC packs. Date. X64. DLC packs.
Jag tror jag...
EUP. DLC.rpf. X64. And then you'll see
EUP.
Update. X64. DLC packs.
DLC eller DLC
EUP.
EUP
Update these as is. What we're gonna do is go to mods. Update. X64. DLC packs. EUP. DLC.rpf is where the EUP components.rpf and p.rpf, and I'll double click and then go back.
Oh, I think I need to download these two. think I need to go down here and download this. Okay. EOP.
Back over, drag and drop. And it should let you. And
So I need to put it up here. Then I need to open my file. Then I need to put it in here. Mods folder. Continue.
And then you could read all this if you want again. I'm just going to hit install and let this finish in the mods folder. So once this is finished, just go ahead.
Menu. EOP menu. EOP.
And close. And now we are going to install the LSPD Mega Pack. So literally right now we are done installing EUP. You guys have all of the default clothings installed. You can bring up the menu, but I'll show you guys how to do all that once we get in game. So we're going to open up the LSPD Mega Pack for EUP 9.4, 9.5. Just double click on that folder. You do have an install text file. They show you how to do it. Literally just goes into the EUP components.rpf and p.rpf, and I'll show you guys exactly where those are. Very easy to find. First thing we're going to do in here is go to the files folder. We're going to go to the drag and drop, and then you have these two right here. Just leave these as is. What we're going to do is go to mods, update, x64, DLC packs, EUP, DLC.rpf, x64, and then you'll see that you have these two exact same looking folders right here. So what I typically like to do is I start off with the EUP components underscore p.rpf. I'll just double click on that. Double click on that same exact one in here. Take all of the start off with the EUP components underscore p.rpf. I'll just double click on that. Double click on that same.
This one. Double click on the exact same one here.
Exact one in here. Take all of these. Drag and drop. Boom.
All of these and drag.
Now we're going to go back a page. These. Drag and drop. Boom. Now we're going to go back a page. And then we're going to drag and drop. Boom. Now we're going to go back a page.
Paste.
click on that same exact one in here. Take a page. And then we're going to do that same exact thing on the EUP component pads.rpf. We're going to double click on that. Double click on this one thing on the EUP component pads.rpf. And then drag and drop. Here. Take all of these. Drag and drop.
Of these. Den væk.
Boom. Now we're going to go back and take all of on that off with the EUP components underscore p.rpf. I'll just double click on that. Double click on that same exact one in here. Take all of these. Drag and drop.
Nej, det
Boom.
må man ikke. Det
Now
må
we're
jeg ikke.
take all of these.
Jeg skal have
EUP components.
en zip folder. Jeg skal have sådan en her. Fucking kan jeg huske, hvad den hed.
Please consider this as files and extract. And what you can do is go and type in WinRAR like this and go and buy WinRAR over to the right, or we can download it and start with the trial. So in this case, I'll press download WinRAR and then press download WinRAR at the bottom. Shortly, the download is going to begin, as you can see. After you've downloaded it, we can head to our downloads. Open your file explorer and press it to the left. Find winrar.exe and double click on it. Now what we need to do is go and read through this here. So we're currently getting the trial version, and you can choose a destination folder. Press install when you're ready, and you can choose what you want to associate WinRAR with. Press OK, and we can then press done. You've now downloaded it and installed it. So if I go and select some files here, I can go and right click, and then we'll see the option for WinRAR. I can hover over it and add it to
components_p.rpf. I'll just double click on that. Double click on that same exact one in here. Take all of these, drag and drop. Boom. Now we're going to go back a page. And then we're going to do that same exact thing. Boom. p.rpf. I'll just double. Double click on that. Double click on that same exact.
I can't put the ERP plugin inside the game. I'm inside OpenIV and it do not work. I'm trying to put it in there where I need to put it in. It don't work. It don't. It's in there where I'm trying to put it in. There's just my mouse marker being being built to white in the middle and red in a red ball and with the with en rød streg.
Okay, I think I know what's happening. The red circle with a line in OpenIV usually means you can't drop the files there. Try this first. 1. Make sure Edit Mode is turned on in OpenIV. It's the button near the top of the window. Click Edit Mode and accept the warning. If it's already on and you still get the red No symbol, then one of these is happening. You're trying to drag the files into the wrong folder. You're trying to drag a .oiv installer into a normal folder instead of installing it. Can I ask one question? Are you installing EUP Law and Order, EUP Serve and Rescue, EUP Menu, or an .oiv file? Tell me the exact file name you're trying to install, or send me a screenshot of OpenIV. That will let me tell you exactly where it needs to go. Thanks, that helps. The LSPD Megapack for EUP 9.495 is not installed by dragging files into OpenIV. It's a texture pack, and if you're getting the red icon, you're probably trying to drop files into the wrong place. Try this instead. 1. Open the downloaded zip. 2. Look for a file ending in .oiv. 3. In OpenIV, click Tools, Package Installer. 4. Select the .oiv file. 5. Choose Install to the mods folder, not the game folder. If there is no .oiv file, then tell me what's inside the zip. For example, stream x64, mods, dlc.rpf or something else. Also, can you tell me, are you using EUP 9.5 from Patreon or the older free EUP 8.3? The LSPD Megapack 1.1.0 only works with EU 9.495. The .rar file is just the archive. You must extract it first. OpenIV cannot install a .rar directly. Here's what to do. 1. Right-click LSPD Megapack EUP95.rar. 2. Choose Extract here or extract to LSPD Megapack EUP95 using WinRAR or 7-zip. 3. Open the extracted folder. 4. Look for either a file ending in .oiv or folders like stream x64 or dlc.rpf. If there is an .oiv file, open OpenIV. Click Tools, Package Installer. Select the
I'm doing what I'm seeing in our YouTube tutorial. And I'm putting it in where it shows, but it do not want me to do that.
If you're following the tutorial exactly and OpenIV shows the red no symbol when you try to drag the files, then it's usually not your fault. One of these things is different from the tutorial. The most common reasons are: 1. Edit mode isn't enabled in OpenIV. 2. You're trying to drag the files into x64 instead of the mods folder. 3. The tutorial is for an older version of GTA 5 or OpenIV, and the folder structure has changed. 4. The tutorial assumes you've already installed EUP 9.5 and the required DLC. The fastest way to figure it out is for you to send me a screenshot of your OpenIV window and the folder you're trying to drag the files into. Then I can tell you exactly why it's refusing to let you drop the files. Usually I can spot the problem in a few seconds.
You need to buy so I can send picture.
Yeah, on some versions of ChatGPT, sending images is only available with certain plans or features. In that case, let's do it another way. Tell me exactly what folder is open in OpenIV. For example, are you in mods update x64 DLC packs, mods x64e.rpf, mods update update.rpf, or something else? Also tell me, are you using OpenIV ASI? Is edit mode turned on? Just tell me the path that's shown at the top of OpenIV, and I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Today, in this video, I will show you how to install Emergency Uniform Pack in GTA 5. I have divided this video into 4 sections, so you must carefully watch each section and follow exactly what I am showing you to avoid any errors. First, we need to download these uniform packs and its menu files. We need 4 files in total. All these mod links are in this video's description box. You can simply go there, open the links, and easily download all the required
plugins. I need these 2 things right first, and we're going by downloads right here. We're going to go ahead and install the EUP menu first, and we're going to go into we're going to go ahead and install the EUP menu. And we're going to so right there, EUP DFR. Suggest 21 factory 220. So we have our and the search and rescue. So we can click edit mode, and we're going to drag and drop in the Law and Order first. We're going to just grab that, drag right into this blank space. Let
What? Down, down, down. Down, down.
let that go.
A
and easy second. After that, and down the explorers. First, we will install the EUP menu. Simply right-click on it and extract it using 7-zip or WinRAR. Now open the extracted folder, go to Files, then Plugins. Now the file here. Now come back to the Downloads folder. I will delete the extracted EUP menu folder so it becomes easier for you to follow along. Now we have to install the OIV files. For this, you need OpenIV. If you are already using LSPDFR, then I am assuming you already have OpenIV installed and know the basics. Now run OpenIV. Here make sure edit mode is enabled. Now go to Tools, then Package Installer, and choose the first OIV file. Click on Install and install. Now act it using 7-zip or WinRAR. Now go in, then open the drag and drop folder. These are the files that we have to drag and drop into the EUP folder located inside the mods DLC pack folder. So now open OpenIV and go to Mods folder, then Update, then x64, then DLC packs, then EUP, then DLC.rpf, then x64. Here you will find the same folders that are present inside the downloaded Megapack folder. Now divide both screens side by side. First, open the EUP component PEDS-P folder. In both OpenIV and the downloaded files folder. Now select all the files from the downloaded folder and drag and drop them into OpenIV. Similarly, go back and now open the EUP component P, drag and drop them into OpenIV. Similarly, go back and now open the EUP component in both OpenIV and the downloaded files folder. Now select all the files from the downloaded folder and drag and drop them into OpenIV. Similarly, go back and now the files from the downloaded folder and drag and drop.
Jeg ved ikke, hvad fanden der foregår med. I don't know why it don't work. I mean the correct thing they say in the tutorial and it from 2026.
If it's from a 2026 tutorial and you're following it exactly, then I don't think the problem is necessarily you. It sounds like OpenIV is refusing the drag and drop operation. The three things I'd check are: 1. Make sure the files are extracted from the .rar first. Don't drag directly from WinRAR or another archive program. Extract them to a normal folder on your desktop, then drag them into OpenIV. 2. Verify edit mode is actually enabled. Even if the button looks enabled, OpenIV can still block dragging if edit mode isn't active or confirmed. 3. Check whether you're dragging into the mods folder rather than the original game files. Some installs require you to copy files into the mods folder first. I have one question that will probably identify the problem. Does the tutorial tell you to drag files into an .rpf file, like dlc.rpf, or into a normal folder? Also, if you can, send me the YouTube video title or the link. I can compare it with the current installation method and tell you exactly where it differs.
You could read this if you want. And this is the menu ls install text file. Key to do in here is go to the files folder. We're gonna do DLC packs, EUP, DLC.rpf, x64, and then you'll see that you have these two exact same looking folders. It's underscore here. Boom. Now we're gonna component peds.rpf. We're gonna double click on that.
RBF. RBF.
Double click on this one here. And you got all of these. We're just gonna drag. Drag and drop. Now, if you guys are wondering, this does not replace most of the backup uniforms. You know, when you call in backup from Ultimate Backup, they might have some changed uniforms, but I highly doubt all of them will. So this does not fix what your backup looks like. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be the end of the tutorial. That is basically it to install everything. You are all done. You can exit out of everything. We're going to go ahead and load up LSPDFR. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll run you guys through the menu.
Nothing. Or there's something not done. Okay. Open. Press. Then open this. Yes. Just spoilers. Oops.
Also, let's load EUP in the plugins. So we're going to go to plugins here, and then make sure EUP menu is checked right there.
Det gør jeg så lige om lidt.